What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So today we have a Tokyo Ghoul one. So I've only done Keneki with his mask, but today we have Keneki versus Jason from the anime. So it's been requested by one person in particular. I think I counted them. I think it was requested 20 times. So finally, okay. So it's taken me a while. I've been trying to get a search for images, good ones of these guys sort of fighting, but there isn't really any of the two of them in the same picture. And it's kind of hard to get them in the same scale and stuff like that. But we're going to do something that I've seen a couple of other artists do, but we'll give it a go. So we're going to divide our page diagonally. So we're going to do two different images. So Jason's over here and Kaneki's here. So we're just going to divide the page this way. You'd probably want to use a ruler for this. So, and do it in pencil first. So we're going to go. Right, so this is the kind of section that we're going for. Kaneki's here, Jason's here. So I'm just going to thicken this up now. Okay, so now we can get on with drawing Kaneki. So it's kind of handy because in the fight where his eyes aren't really that visible, so he's his hair is covering most of his eyes. So we're just going to start up here, and we're going to start with his nose. So we're just going to do a point out like this, like a triangle, kind of sticking out like so. And then this kind of bumps down like so for his top lip, and then we're going to add a slight little bump again. And then a little line for his mouth, just here, like so. And then we're going to bring this down to his chin. And then the collar of his shirt comes across here. So that's the front of it. And then this is going to come back this way, kind of bumping back this way. It's like a high collar. And remember, guys, use a pencil, and if I go too fast, hit your pause button. So like I said, his hair is covering most of his face. So we just have this sort of zigzag section that comes across here. That's this hair. He's real long hair. That's silver hair of his. Like so. And then his ears just in here. So it's just going to come around like this. Into there. And then his jaw will come down and in like so. Now you see, you can't really see any of his eyes in the anime, so we're just going to leave it. He might have some scratch marks on his face. Just like this. We'll give him a nostril just because I'm a stickler for detail. It's not in the picture, but I'll give him some anyway. And then his bones and ligaments inside his ear. Like so. I might make his hair just a bit longer here, just to try and make it look a bit realistic. I think in the anime they just have a shadow over it. You should see his eyes, but you can't. So I'm just going to make his hair longer. And then, so his hair comes down into here. So we're going to bring it down. Like so. And then the back of his neck is there. And then this comes up like so. And we're going to bring it around. Comes around all here. And then a bit kind of sticks out the front. And comes down, more spikes all the way down here. Like so, and then some kind of hairlines here. texture lines for his hair. I'm going to bring down his collar there and then bring it across to here. The back of it, so it's all ripped and torn, so it comes down this way and it has sort of all bumps and scraggly parts coming off like this. We'll go right down his arm here, so it's easiest. Kind of go diagonal a little bit because he's kind of leaning forward, and then we have some more tattered, ripped parts just here, and come across to his sleeve. Maybe some more tattered parts, and his shoulder should, I can't see a line for his shoulder, but it should be here. Yeah, that makes sense, I think. Coming down like so. And then his arm. So his arm is going to come out to his elbow, just here, and then come down this direction. And then the front of it kind of bends out here, and then his forearm comes down there. You might have a forearm line here, and some battle marks and stuff just on his arm there. And maybe some more t-shirts that are coming in this way. There should be like some more fold lines and stuff on his arm there. So we're stopping here because he's got those red tails that kind of come out the back of him when he activates his power, when he cracks his knuckle. So it's just like a line that comes out like so. Let's see how far it goes. So comes out pretty far. So let's go as far as we can. So it comes out. I'd say that far. And then we're going to bring it back. So it goes all the way back, like into here. So this comes all the way back this way. So it's real long. Probably goes off into the other image just about. Like so. So then the rest of his torso, so it comes down this way. Like so. Front of his body here. Bumping every now and then. Like this. And then you probably have some folds for clothing. Just around here. Coming in this way. And right, so he's got that hand that he's cracking. So let's see. So it's about here. So we'll do his index finger. So we're going to curve this up like so. And then the next knuckle is down lower, so it's like here. And then the top knuckle comes up here. Comes back in there. And then his little finger comes down around the back of his hand, just there. So we've got two that are sticking up and one in the middle that's been cracked by his thumb. So I'll do that one just so you can see where the thumb is. So this one comes down like so. And then the thumb comes off it just here. And his index finger will just be like here, comes around, back up to there. So we're not going to worry about nails or anything like that. You could add a little line if you wanted, but you can't really see any of that detail in the anime. So this comes down like so. Curves around for the top of his finger, comes back up into here. And then his little finger comes down like this. It's quite a particular type of way he's holding his hand, so take your time. He'll pause a lot, like he's like doing this kind of thing, like cracking it. So it's quite an unusual hand shape to draw. So then his thumb just in here, comes around like so, back that way, back in, comes across, and then it like bumps down for the palm of his hand and then down to his wrist. And his wrist is in handcuffs, so we curve it around here and then bring it back up and join it to the little finger here. We'll just add a line for the inside of his hand here, like so, and maybe a line just in there, and a full line for skin on his thumb. Might add a thumbnail if we can, or maybe some fingernails and stuff. Can't see much of them. Okay, so now we gotta just join this hand back up to his body. So like the line for his t-shirt going up to his shoulder on this side, just there. The other side of that is down here. And then this comes up like so. Ripped clothing, so just a bumping, waving line. Some fold lines on it just here. And his elbow then comes out down to here. Comes up and around like so. Into here. And then the other side of his forearm is just here. I'm not bringing it into the hand because he's got a handcuff on from when he was chained to that chair. So we're going to bring this around. His wrist sticks out the bottom here. It's got an edge to it. It's a piece of metal, so it's got like a double line that goes around it there. This comes out to here. Back up into his hand, and then back out to there. And then some of that chain is kind of coming down this section, like so. Just make it look kind of like a rope. You can't really see much of it. Just here, like so. Okay, so the rest of those tails. So it's coming out of his t-shirt back here. So kind of a ripped piece of clothing coming down and into there. We can see his trousers just down here actually, and some of his arm or hand, some lines for his trousers. Wait, so that's the back of his hand. This is the back of his trousers. Oops. So then so he's got another handcuff on just here. This comes down like so. And then the front of his arm is here. And then that's like the back of his pants just here. And there's like some lines and stuff on it. Right, so what else we got? So more tails. But I couldn't fit them all in the back here, but they're coming out of his spine, I'd say, just this way. And then we have another one that comes out just here, all the way along. Comes back behind him that way. And then the top of it just here. Jump over his head. Go this way then. Like so. And then this comes back like this. And then the top of it is going to come that way. And then it comes back around this way. Of course, these all go real long towards Jason, but just couldn't fit them in. And then these tentacles like have what looks like scales, I think. So they're like lines going this way. Like so. So this kind of thing goes all the way towards the tip. Something like this. And there's some on this, and this as well. So of course you could just color if you wanted. No need to add these if it's just too much. That's it. So that's Keneki. Right. So let's move over. So Jason's a big dome head. So he's got that stuff coming out of his skull. So it's like right here. So we're just going to draw like a big curved line. And so we're much closer up on Jason's head. So this is what we're going for, right? And this is this red part of his sort of stuff he's made of, I don't know. So this comes back like this, and this is going to bump kind of all the way off. So it kind of bumps up this way. Like this. And it's going to go off the page back here, okay? Then this red part is going to come in towards his nose, wrap around his nose here. And it's kind of going to spike this way, like so. And then we've got a spike that goes into his mouth, and come back this way. So this then comes around the back and comes down to his jaw. Okay. And then, so we'll keep that going. So his jaw comes down to his chin. Comes around that chin of his square chin. Comes back up into here. And then we bump out for his bottom lip, which comes across like so. Comes up and touches this guy right here, the spike that's going into his mouth. And then, so we have a line for his teeth that comes right out. He's like biting that part. And then this comes diagonal that way, and then diagonal down that way. And then his top lip is going to go, kind of come out a bit more, and then come up this way. Curve around, and back up towards his nose. And then this line comes back for his top lip there. And you might have like a line just here on his top lip. And he's got like a bit of drool coming out of his mouth. So it comes down here. Like so. It's coming out of his mouth. And then we've got a line just for his bottom lip here. And some like stretch lines on his skin. Just coming back this way. And maybe one that comes out the other side of the drool. Just like here. Okay. So there's a line, another line just in here as well. I think it's part of that red stuff. So, right, so it's coming out here. And this is going to meet his shoulder, so his big sort of line for his shoulder just here. So depending on how you're drawing or colouring, like in the manga there's all these black lines coming in from all this headgear that he's got on, all that ghoul sort of stuff that's coming out of him. So there's like, you could do a few spikes, I guess, if you wanted, that come down towards his head a bit, down like to here. Yeah, you could do a few of these. So these lines that run all up and back. And like, so you could thicken it up in some parts. If you were doing it manga style, you know, there'd be lots of these lines, lots of these texture lines on this part of his skull. But of course, if you're just kind of drawing it anime style, I want to color it in. Kind of like a bicycle helmet or something. So in Tokyo Ghoul, in the manga, it's, you know, it's a real scratchy sort of style drawing. So you could, you know, you could really go to town on this. do as much of it as you want. But I think I'll just leave it there. And we'll add the stuff on his back. So this like comes out from his shoulder. So we've got just the top of his shoulder maybe here, coming out around like so. And then the rest of it comes out like right here. And again, we have some more sort of curling, spiking sort of parts. And then it goes kind of up this way and around his back. Like so. And then again, there's more of that stuff. All going off back this way. And you can add as much of that detail as you want again. But I think I'll leave it there. And get on with the rest. So his shoulder then, the other side of it. So he's real muscly, so it comes out this way. Comes down like so. So real sort of pointed shoulder muscles. There's like a line maybe coming around his trapezius just here. And then a line that way. Right, so then this comes back in like so. And then a bump for his tricep. And then a bump for his bicep. And we can see, so he's hunkered down. So we have, this meets his thigh. So a line, a curving line back this way for the top of his thigh. And then we've got all muscle lines in here. So one here, and there. One like coming down here for his bicep. Another one here. So of course you can add as much of this stuff as you want. It can be hatched lines. Yeah, and then we have the inner arm, so like in here. So we can see the inside of his chest and his other arm. So the line for like his chest is just say here. And then we see some of his like abs coming off the page that way. The rest of his knee will come down around like so and down off the page there. And then we can see like some folds for his clothes coming in, like his trousers just here. Or as you say in the States, his pants. We call them trousers. Your pants are your underwear. That's what we call them. There you go. So that line goes back that way. So that's like his calf going back this way. And then Right, so some more details just under here. I think we have a spike of that red stuff here on his underarm, or coming into his armpit, just in here. I think that's what it is anyway. Or it's a really big shadow. And then, what's left? Right, so just some more muscle detail. So a muscle line here. I'm going to color this in black because it's like annoying me that it should be like in shadow. So a bit better. Okay, muscle line. Muscle line. This way. These are like his back muscles now. Then, so just coming this way. And then we've a deep sort of dark shadow in here. And it kind of comes into here, spikes back like so. Kind of wraps around his ribs, kind of this shadow. So I assume it's a shadow. I assume it's not more of his ghoul stuff. And it's like shadow here. So it's like just colored in dark. Yeah, it probably is a shadow. And then we have some more lines for his ribs, just there. And then some more here. Maybe another couple coming back off the page that way. Maybe another here. And he's got like kind of a tail or something. So it's, oh no, it's that stuff that's on his arm. So it comes down the other side of his body here, coming down from his chin. And then it's gonna just go into this section here. And it could have some like some of that kind of spiky texture stuff. So like there. So it's just kind of being wrapped around itself, kind of like these coils. So you could keep going at that kind of stuff for days if you wanted. But I'll leave it there. There you go. Keneki. Different kind of style versus one. But it's the best I could do. It's a tricky one to try and find good images of. And I wasn't going to make it any stuff up because I'd probably ruin it. Because I'm not that good for my head. So I could have, but it would have probably taken me a long time. Okay. So there it is, best I could do. So let me know what you think. Tawhid. I think I'm saying that right. Tawhid. There you go. 20 requests. I hope it was worth it. It's the best I could do. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.